Hello again. It is I, Sanetta. Around. Don't know why I did like that. Um, yeah, just ignore that. It is. For a hot second, trying to remember what day it is. It is Thursday, January 8th, 2026. I would say 2025, but not New Year. Although, to be honest, I think that's who else experiences that? I totally don't think that's like a completely normal thing every year. Like, oh man, like putting down the date and then fuck, I put it the wrong year. But nonetheless, had that actually happened a couple times when I was uploading the last couple of videos on this channel the last 2 or 3 days, which is kind of funny. It's a pretty nice day. It's a little bit windier. Nothing too crazy though. Hey Jasper. And I don't know what the exact temperature is right now. It feels like it's maybe like, I don't know, high 50s or low 60s, something like that. I think right now it's fairly close to about 1 in the afternoon. So definitely a little bit earlier than the videos that I had the last couple days. But yeah, just wanted to come out again, just get a little bit more fresh air and kind of take a little bit of break from looking at, screens. So I do that so much of the time, anyways. And also keep an eye on these knuckleheads because they actually got out last night. Well, Tucker did for a little bit. He had a fun little adventure last night. So, but yeah, he fortunately came back safe and sound. Didn't seem to be hurt or anything. So, but yeah, it's funny. I think my dad was just about to go to bed, and then we just hear this little rascal just whining loud as fuck at the front door. So pretty close to it. So he was like, all right, I'll get up and I'll go get him. But anyways, at least in terms of the actual daylight here, dogs haven't really tried to make an escape, which is nice because they run pretty fast, and I don't know if I'll be able to get both of them just my own, but I don't know. I've certainly had to get them a good couple times when they've gone on their little spontaneous adventures. But, Tucker, don't even think about getting Jay to move one of those stones for you, buddy. I'm not stupid. Oh yeah. Where was I? What was I thinking here? So, this morning, after I had some breakfast of just some cereal, really, nice sparkling ice water, I pretty much just played Minecraft for a couple hours while listening to some YouTube videos about some more just personality stuff. Some of which I'd seen the videos and kind of wild, mostly just kind of goofy stuff by Frank James. Which we don't know, he's a big personality type enthusiast. He makes a lot of just kind of funny and enjoyable content on YouTube. Um, Whatnot, lots of just random little skits and all that. Are you all right, Jay? Do you want to go in? All right. Go on, go to bed. I don't know. These dogs need to make up their mind. Do they want to be inside or outside? Do you want to be in or do you want to be out, Tucker? You gonna go in, or do you want to stay out here? Tucker. All right, come on, Tucker. Come on, inside. Come on. Come on. We can go to bed for a little bit. You can alternate being in your bed and being out. The dogs need to make up their minds. It's a little annoying to try to keep track of letting them in and out. So many times throughout the day, well, that's not really that big a deal most of the time. Mostly just small annoyance, really. But nonetheless, mostly been doing fine. Just occasionally can be a little bit annoying. So where was I? Yeah, so I was playing some Minecraft for a couple hours. I was trying to do a little bit of speedrun practice, a little bit of which was on some Minecraft world types that, or seeds or whatever, that I haven't really played as much of in the last couple of months. So mostly just doing on like purely a random world instead of like a world that has like a village or some other, big structure by spawn where it's super easy to just get everything. Mostly just trying a little bit of the experience again of just trying to, just be resourceful and find whatever random little resources I can as fast as I can within like 10 minutes or so before, proceeding to do the rest of the stuff of Minecraft speedruns. I did try to record. I tried to record it. I tried to stream it for a little bit, but it just crashed at one random point for each of those. And I'm honestly not really sure why. So I might need to look at and figure out to see how to optimize the settings on there. Just so it doesn't do that. I don't know. I mean, the game settings are completely fine. I think it was just something off with the recording studio, and I don't know. The computer can be a little weird sometimes. But then again, whose computer isn't weird? So, nothing really new there though. But it was still kind of fun. Just playing around with that practice for a little bit. I was doing all right. One thing that I'm really proud of that I've basically gotten myself to try to learn in Minecraft, which is super helpful in speedrunning, but in general as well, is just the normal speed bridging type. Basically, where you're just trying to, when you're at the edge of a block and you just basically have to like crouch and then uncrouch and like place the blocks underneath of you, and you have to like do those things like very, very quickly to one another, so that way you can kind of just make yourself a little bridge. I mean, speed bridging as fast as you can. I mean, it's not really a complicated concept or anything. I don't really know how to, properly describe it, but that's basically kind of the idea. And instead of just holding down the crouch button and slowly, although very safely, building a bridge, it's a little bit riskier, but it's also a lot faster. And I'm not a pro at it, but I've certainly improved my ability to do it, and very consistently. So that's pretty cool. I like that. It kind of reminds me, a while ago, a good couple years ago, when I was in my sophomore year of, I would say college, but that's not true because I'm currently in my sophomore year of college. When I was in my sophomore year of high school, I didn't actually know how to type properly. And I know there's a lot of other people who did. I don't really remember if it was a thing that a lot of my peers knew or not. I feel like there's definitely a lot of them that did and a lot that didn't. But regardless of that, I was like, I want to learn how to be able to actually type instead of just pressing one finger or two on the keyboard at a time. Because it's a lot slower, and especially if I'm also, I don't know if I was thinking about gaming on the PC at the time, but ended up kind of working out, and I actually got myself to learn that. Now I don't remember if it was entirely because it was just something that was super strongly recommended or that we had to do for one of our classes, which was like a social media one or some business one. I had a lot of classes with in those areas with like two or three different teachers. So I don't remember exactly which one it was, but nonetheless, something like that, I think. And I was like, I want to be able to learn how to actually type properly. And over, I think I don't remember if it was like across like a couple of months or just a couple of weeks, but after like a little while of just like practicing it for just a couple minutes at least for you know uh, fairly often enough, I kind of just got the hang of it, and now I can type pretty well. Now, I mean, I do still make some small little typos just because like some letters on the words, some excuse me, some letters on the keyboard are a lot trickier or a little bit more uncomfortable to stretch your hands and type that like stuff. But nonetheless, I think I do it fairly well now, and I mean, I kind of just forgot about it, but just small little skills like that, little technical things that kind of just make you know just make some things that you already like doing just a little bit more efficient or a little bit more enjoyable, or it's a bit easier to do, just stuff like that. you know I think it's always super cool and just learn things like that. It's not even really all that complicated either, so it's just a nice little way of saving some time and kind of just you know building a little small skill that can be helpful in a lot of different areas. So that's definitely pretty cool. um, Besides that, I want to say that there's maybe some other little small skills or something like that I can remember. I'm honestly not really too sure right off in terms of like technical things or micro like game strategies per se. Although I'm sure I could probably think of a couple of them, especially in the speedrunning sense. But um, I don't know. But I mean, if we're just talking about just like everyday kind of tasks, I mean, honestly, I could probably be a little surprised maybe by the amount of people that are about my age that don't even know how to do their own laundry or wash dishes or, you know, take out, or clean out the, their cat litter or something like that. Um, you know, just just chore stuff really, and I don't know, a little crazy sometimes. To, when I was just starting like my freshman year of college, really not all that long ago, I suppose. This last, not this last August, but the one before that. Um, you know, And you know, and then I think I was doing like my laundry for like the first couple times, and I don't remember. I don't think it was like the very first time I was doing it, but it was in like the first like couple weeks or so once I was there, settled in, and it was a little weird for me because I was like, a lot of the guys they were like trying to like discuss and be like, okay, so like, what soap do I get, and like, how do I put the stuff in there, and like, and they were like, this is all new to me, and I'm like, what? um, Although I feel like I was also at some level a little bit aware of the fact that there's a lot of children who don't really grow up learning stuff like that. Those things, which is a little unfortunate because, you know, pretty helpful and really not all that complicated to know, and it's just good habits to build at a young age. So I'm grateful for my parents. Um, you know, got me and my brother to start doing that kind of stuff. As young as we were. Um, you know, um, so yeah, kind of just a couple little things that's what to say, but yeah. If you're enjoying this video and you want to see more stuff like this, or you want to catch in with me and see how I'm doing with the my time when I go back to college, my home college that is, pretty much just this weekend really, and readjust to being there, and the whole college life once again. um then feel free to check out the daily walk video series that I'll be doing there. I don't know how different it's gonna. I don't know how similar different it's gonna look like to, um, the one that I had in my first year. Mostly just because, I just, well, I'd say different classes, different job, but I don't really think that's gonna impact all that much. And I actually will be having the same job as I did the last year, so it's the same place too. So probably nothing too much there. Mostly just, the walking distance I'll have will be significantly less. uh, I feel like, it could be wrong, but I feel like for daily walk videos, instead of it maybe necessarily being a, going to breakfast or walking out from dinner. I don't know. Maybe we could. Maybe the one of after dinner might stay the same there, but at least in terms of going to breakfast one, I don't know. It might be a little bit of a different time, or we might change it out for before or after lunch or something. Mostly just because, like, the cafeteria is like super close. I think it's like literally like 5 minutes walk, maybe not even that much, from my new dorm. So, but but anyways, I'm getting into myself. If you're curious to see any of that, or you just want to check back and look at older videos and curious what I talked about in those, then yeah, feel free to like this video, subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell if I didn't say those things already, and you can just scroll on down, and you'll find some different playlists. You can even watch the videos that I made when I was in Sydney, Australia, for my study abroad. Really not all that long ago. So if that interests you, feel free to check it out. And yeah, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and end this video here. I'm probably gonna record another video or two. But I just don't want this one to get on too long, so I'm just gonna do this one right here. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye bye.